everybody, and welcome to Let's Build live from Oak Hill Works. How are we all doing? I hope you are well. And look, we have two cameras and a track plan and an actual place for the wagons for the shunting puzzle to go. That's the solution. Aren't I a professional this time? If it's only to try and marine coaches, composite coach and composite brake coach today. That sounds fantastic, Lewis. I am very well, thank you. And good evening, Thomas. I am very well, thanks. How are you? And may I take this moment to remind one and all that hydration is important. Is it just me, or is that camera really delayed or not working, possibly? So, sorry, did I say about something definitely going wrong? Let me reverse the logo a bit. So camera 2 has decided, no, I'm not going to continue to work. Where are you, camera 2? No, camera 2 appears to have died. Not even kidding. This is a great start, isn't it? Look, look, the terrier's there now. Gosh darn it, camera 2. Now everyone thinks it's just a picture. Aha! The lights have come back on camera 2. Yay! I fixed it because I'm amazing. I'll get that off my screen, thank you. Gary loves a maroon coach or 50. Well, you say I love them. I have them. I don't love them. Well, my cheers managed to find some Haribo Happy Cherries earlier today. I'm also tad tired, so I shan't participate in shunting manoeuvres, as I know I'll muck it up. I'm sorry, Thomas. If we were planning on not mucking up the shunting manoeuvres, would I be holding a glass that looks like this, really? I think not. I may also end up nodding off mid-shunt, which wouldn't suit his grace. I mean, that wouldn't be great. But yeah, I don't want to hear excuses about messing it up. It's what we're here for, to have some fun. Silly camera 2, such a wonderful start. Hooray, yes. So, yes, it's fixed. It was a wonderful start. And look, my South Park Quarry wagon's changed colour. I mean, it hasn't actually changed colour. It's just I've got some other ones now. And I felt like using one of those because it's lettered up and, you know, the effort of doing transfers. Also, let's sneak peek at what the side of my workbench looks like. Isn't it wonderful? I did originally plan on having the water tower on the layout, but then you can't see anything in camera 2. So what I'm going to do at some point is I'm going to make an overlay with the water tower and the inside of a shed building and make it semi-transparent. So it still looks like they're there, but you can see through them. I mean, that works, doesn't it? Now my chat's disappeared. Ah, Streamlabs, Streamlabs, Streamlabs. Good evening, Alexander. How are you? I hope you are well. If that'll move the camera over a bit or up a bit. Is there a sneak peek? If you showed it off when you got the new setup. I mean, that it's not a sneak peek anymore, is it? But yeah, so the problem with moving the camera over, I mean, it could be done, but... So, camera 2 is there, mounted on a big bit of wood that is screwed into the top of the layout through one of the holes that... Oh, my tripod is literally falling apart. Through one of the holes that the fiddle yard is held on by in storage position. That's the words I was after. Now I've got to get a good angle on this camera again. There we go. Can the camera not sit on a wagon at the entrance to the fiddle yard? I mean, actually, it's a bit big, but it could sit there, yes. I rather liked it where it is, but that doesn't mean it has to stay there. And, you know, I'm always capable of making a different camera mount if needed. The whole point is to... The point is feedback helps and I can work with that and do stuff with it. I didn't think about the water tower being in the way when I set it up. I always planned on doing the overlay for the shed building, but I didn't think about the water tower. Got a smaller GoPro style. Well, yeah, unfortunately not. No, we've got big Logitech cameras. Could it be where it is, but higher up, looking down? Have the wood point upwards, not downwards. So the wood doesn't do the angle. The angle is set by the camera. The wood is sat at an angle in that direction. In that direction. To keep it straight over the track and looking slightly backwards. But yeah, all feedback is good feedback. Still thirsty, you know. I can't imagine what it is that makes this hydration more important. But swivel the wood around the screw by 180. If I swiveled the wood round, then the camera would point outwards towards me. So the wood is a wedge that sticks out at the front and goes backwards. So the base of the wood is in line with the back of the shed. Hydration is important, as is pressing the like button. Indeed it is. Well said, Hillside Junction. Hydration is very important. Pressing the like button is just as important. Big hydration vessel. Yes, big hydration vessel today. And many spare hydrations. This is the super complicated wagon randomizer that you've never seen before, because, you know, there's a reason I don't show off some bits of the stream usually. And it's not because I'm super organised and everything is really professional. Although you will notice there's lots of green on the layout now that wasn't here last time you saw it. Greenery! Must be, ooh, about a pint. It's exactly a pint. In fact, look. It's a CE marked pint through the EU certification for pints. Super organised professional. I don't know the meaning of those words. No, neither do I. Neither do I. It's Some greenery makes everything better. That it does. The only real bare baseboard now is a section in front of the tracks. It's a magic pint. No, it's definitely a proper pint. Because, you know, it's a thing you can get from the EU. So yes, shunting. I have one on screen. I mean, let's go with the one that's on screen already, shall we? Anyone want to have a go at shunting that? Fine, that's most of my arm full. So there's plenty of spare pints as well. Awesome, Lewis. Good for you. That one's in the middle. Excellent, Christopher. Well volunteered. I'll let you work out moves whilst I organise my things so I've got it in front of me and can see what we're doing. Right, there we go. I am ready and can see what we're doing now. Thought you're going to repurpose Steal the Code and the Excel shunting puzzle. That is the long-term plan. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So since you can display the images, where I've got the black section at the bottom is actually, that's just the default background of Streamlabs. There is nothing there. So that is where it's going to have your Excel thing sitting with the wagons in it as they are now. But in a way that it randomises for me. But, you know, I haven't got round to it yet. My head hasn't done one for a while, so this may be a bit messy. Excellent, I approve of messy shunts. I am ready to proceed when you are. Track 2, pick up SC and Eastbourne. Right, track 2, so... I think that one by hand, so let's make sure that... there we go. Yeah, that's where I wanted you to stop. I realise I probably shouldn't have turned your speed down if I didn't actually want you to stop, but that's not the point. There we go. Perfect. Move then to track 1, couple Eastbourne's break, decouple Stevenson Clark. Okay. Now, we all know that you work. See, there we go. Messy Shunt sounds like a band name. It does actually keep SC coupled to the logo. SC is coupled to the logo. It's to be a punk band, surely. I mean, I think Messy Shunts would be a punk band, yes. If playing Battlefield box round, I'm thinking about painting it blue. Do you agree? It's not a common colour for a box van, but I'm sure it'll look great, Lois. So we're moving this one to track 2, yes? That's what I'm reading that as, so I will do this and set it up and just wait for a yes. At BBC Radio out here, we have talented musical stars, Messy Shunt, the latest rock band from the Quarries. Yes, of course. It's right, not a problem, Lewis. Not a problem at all. So, Christopher, am I right? You want this one moved to track 2, yeah? Yes, indeed. Decouple it there. Return to track 1. SL local wagon. Okay. Off we go. The camera's acting as my buffer stop today, apparently. Approved blue van, especially blue. Labelled as green from Games Workshop. Next we are moving the SECR Loco Coal. To join it in track 2. See, I've cleaned this track, run the train over everything, or the loco over everything. Run wagons through all the points to make sure they work. So it should all run absolutely flawlessly. Okay, so we're moving this one. Then we're moving the Brighton Open A. And then we're moving, and then we're leaving the Eastbourne van in the end of number 1. You can all see what I mean about how it only just fits now, can't you? There really is no extra room for locos bigger than a Terrier plus 3 wagons. Let's untangle this coupling whilst we're here and hook it on there so it won't go missing. Don't grab the wrong hook, the wrong link. And also, don't derail everything. Those are my bits of advice for you. I'm a bit behind on your commands here, Christopher. Which one should you come out and play? That's called a green. If you look at the colour, called second cell green, you see what I mean. Well, it's perfect for a TARDIS though. I mean, you say that as if I'm not driving a green loco round. That's it. This command I'm doing now is the very top of my list. I can't see anything past there. God, I've never had this much trouble with these couplings before. Ever, ever, ever. I'm gonna grab this track again just in case I've done something, just in case I didn't scrub it properly earlier. And now I'm going to go find where I was. Move to track 3, take the front 2. That's not track 3. That's track 3. Track 1, drop off the open D. People need to learn what colour greens they do. It must be something in the hydration. Maybe it is, Linny. Can we get Persian black attitude made pure as green? No, we can't. Move back to track 3. Couple to the Barefoot's Coal Wagon. Obviously, knock it off the rails whilst doing so. And then we're putting this one in the front. And good evening, Killian. How are you? That's how far behind I am in the chat, in case you're wondering. I hope you are well. Now we're dumping this in the front one. And at this stage, I probably don't need to read Christopher's commands, but I'm going to anyway, because who knows, he might do something that I don't expect. Move track 2. Take the front wagon and bring it to the front siding to complete. There we go. Which is already uncoupled. You see that siding does work. No, you're backwards now. There we go. And there is our train made up. And we'll park the loco back at the coal stave. Coal stage. There we go. Words. I know words. Do you know words? If stayed on is a blue green with heavier lean towards blue shadow, use it my dark Everone back in the day needs to be highlighted to bring it more green effect. Fair enough. First time I've got to play with a new terrier, even remotely. Well, they're good locos. I now have 3 of them. After saying I'd get none. The other 2 aren't in here because they're not DCC chipped yet and I don't have chips for them. But we should definitely reward ourselves for that successful shunt with a bit of hydration, because hydration is important. And very tasty. And then we should use the world's greatest sorting system. We'll start with this one, if this one fell out. Well driven, if you say so. I'm sure there's rules about. This is genuinely how I don't like for one to fall out. And that's how we get our order. Oh, did this one fall out? I missed that. And probably because it fell out behind and I haven't turned these lights on. Look, now you can see under there. I'm missing one. It's over here, it's definitely fallen out. So whatever this one is gets to be our number 5. So, now I need to play with Streamlabs because it's all in the wrong place. Because of course it is. And we start with South Park Quarry wagon. And then the Open A. The Bareford wagon shall remain in the middle. The Open D. And the Southeastern and Chatham van. Which means these two can be dumped up here, out the way. Does anyone know offhand the coupled wheelbase of a Wainwright H-Class? Unfortunately, I do not. I cannot help with that. Hopefully someone else does. So, does anyone else want to volunteer to do a bit of shunting? That is the question. You've all come here to watch some shunting, so why don't you come and join in with hydration as well. Hydrate, don't forget to do that. No one. Am I going to have to do this shunt then? Okay, I will do the shunt. Oh, no, I'll give it. Oh, excellent, Linny. Excellent. I think you doing it is a fantastic idea. Ready to proceed when you are. Collect the Open A from track 1. Place it on track 3. There we are. Open A is on track 3. Take the Stevenson Clark wagon and place it into track 2. And couple to everything in that siding. Okay. It's an odd stutter you've got just there. Are your pickups okay? Because your wheels are definitely clean. Okay, we are coupled to everything in this siding. I've gone into the wrong siding, but that's not the point. That's because I was too busy worrying about Leadenhall's pickups, isn't it? Blame the hydration as much as you want. We all know I'd have messed that up anyway. Coupled to everything in the correct siding. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the hydration. I should point out this is my first, so it really is a bit early to be blaming it on the hydration. So what's our next move, Linny? Hello everyone. Good evening, Anthony. How are you? I hope you are well. You find us mid-shunt with Linny as our current shunt master. We are just awaiting the next one. I already said the next move just before hydration blaming. Did you? Oh, so you did. Put the wooden SR van into 3, uncouple the SCR van and put the other 2 back into 2. See, I was too busy singing that time. Also, double messages confuse me sometimes. Or when the same person sending message lots of times. Not necessarily twice in a row. I'm well, thanks. I hope you are as well. I am very well, thank you. H as a wheelbase of 7.6. Well, hey, answers. There we are. Thanks for that. Trying to find some nice 8-foot wheelbase from which to pinch the rods. I mean, I know it defeats the point of ready to run, but does Gibson do 8-foot wheelbase rods? Because I need to place a Gibson order at some point in the near future. So I could, in theory, add some to mine, to my order and send to you. There we go, words. Right, grab everything from siding number 1. Now drop the Eastbourne van into number 2. He does do some rods for an 8-foot full couple loco, yeah, like F4. So I could, I've got to place an order with him, so I could whack some of those on that order for you. Also, the bot says hydration is important. I have boxed myself in. You have, rather. Please take the front 2 wagons and couple to the SCR van in 3. I can indeed. Pop that van in 1 at the moment, along with the open D. There we are. Watchmaking in 8. It's my LSWR A12 project. Ooh. Very nice. Collect the 2 wagons from track 3. And put them into 1 as well. Couple you up before putting you back so that I can pull you back out. Well, now you've got all the right wagons, but not necessarily in the right order. Take the RC Barefoot wagon into 3 and drop it off. I think that's fine. Right, that is there. Get the first 3 wagons from track 1, deposit the open D into track 3. Then repeat the same move with the SER van. So, good news, folks, whilst we're waiting for me to catch up with commands. it looks like next week's planned special with some gaming is able to go ahead, and I have everything sorted so that we can have some games go wrong on us instead of some locos go wrong on us. And we will be playing Railroads Online. Which is a multiplayer game, so if you want to join in, buy the game, let me know in advance. And join my Discord so you can come in the voice chat. Voice chat isn't mandatory, it's just, you know, makes communication easier. Now drop off everything attached like in road 1, finally collect everything from road 3, put it into road 1. See, I love doing this with other people because this is totally different to how I was going to do it. And it's great being able to see how other people go through doing this. You mean you weren't going to mess it up by forgetting about the head shunt length? I mean, there is that. But that's because I can see the head shunt. And I'm under no illusion about how much can fit in there. This is the end of the point blade here. So the buffers are in fact over the point blade with loco and 3 wagons in there. So it's much harder for me to forget. No long wheelbase LSWR vans then. Well, I mean, it depends. Under other traction, you get an extra half a loco's length. But it was all planned around LBSC vans. And the reason it was planned around vans, before people ask, is because LBSC vans are longer than LBSC opens. And if anyone tells you differently, if someone tells you that LBSC open, like an open A and a van have the same wheelbase, they are wrong, and you should tell them they're wrong. Because the vans are all longer. Just another fun fact from me. That has no bearing on anything anywhere, because it's never going to come up. But, you know, never mind. In fact, look, there is an LBSC van. It's definitely longer than this open. Quite a bit longer, actually. The van body is about the same length as the wagon plus buffers. So there we go. Quite a big difference, really. The wheelbase is 6 inches longer, real size. If they come from Margate. Margate's SECR, not LBSC. Exactly, Linny. Exactly. No LBSC in Margate. And of course, we should reward ourselves for that successful shunt by Linny with some more hydration. Well done, Linny. Oh dear, it's empty. I'd best refill it. And whilst I do that, does anyone else want to volunteer? Didn't mean the van, but the person. I mean, no one from Margate is going to tell you that LBSC vans and opens are the same size. At least not that I'm aware of, they're not. Well, of course, if I was aware that someone from Margate was going to tell you that, then I'd make a point to make sure you lot knew about it, and I'd deny your knowledge. In fact, if I knew anyone from anywhere was going to tell you that, I would most definitely make sure you all know that vans and wagons are different lengths and have different length wheelbases, and deny your knowledge of anyone going to tell you that. So no more volunteers for a shunt yet. Whilst I find us some wagons. Frank Hornby was from Liverpool. He was indeed. As was his company. That company in Margate has nothing to do with Frank Hornby and never has. No matter how much they tell you, they might want to tell you otherwise. Don't mind, someone else's turn. Exactly, someone else's turn. Fun fact, Sophia, that company in Margate are younger than you. The one down south was the Lines brothers, wasn't it? Well, no. No. You can only watch, understand the concept, just not the particulars. Fair enough, Anthony. Fair enough. Homer Simpson. Can't someone else do it? The garbage man can. I deny all knowledge of Margate. Yeah, the old company down south was Lines Brothers, but that company stopped existing in 1978. They sold some of their brand names to a company called Airfix, though. Who then sold those brand names to a completely new company that had no history whatsoever and was completely brand new in 1980. So the first wagon we want is the SECR van. And then we want the Stevenson Clark wagon. And then we want the SECR Loco Coal. And the Open D. And finally, the Eastbourne Model Shop van. And then the other ones want to disappear. I'm not singing it all. It's not happening. I notice we still have no volunteers. I'd best get ready to do it then, hadn't I? We're only an hour in and we're out of volunteers. Terrible, you lot. Terrible. What do I pay you all for? So we're going to start by taking the front three wagons from here and moving them to track 3. Frank Hornby also has a pub named after him, but don't get too excited as it's all Wetherspoons. That he does. And it's a good reason I'll never go to that pub. Does that even count as a pub? Have you know I've got a perfectly good bar right here. And now with these two wagons that we've collected, we are going to collect our South Eastern and Chatham van. If this link would come off. There we go. Get in the car, get my grab lids, go down to the Frankel and and wait for all this to blow over. Philip. No, that happened earlier in the year, don't you remember? I mean, she even mentioned it in her speech. So now that we've dropped that wagon off, we are going to drop off the South Park Quarry wagon in the front side in here. And then with the Open A in tow, we're going to head into the middle siding. And pick up these two wagons. Liz killed Philip. Yeah, obviously. Isn't that how royal deaths happen? Shouldn't joke about these things. She's not got long left, and I don't think she's going to hire someone to kill herself. But yeah, I thought we learnt back in the 90s that if a royal dies, Liz is behind it. No, it was a gentle breeze a decade ago. And so with that one there, we can head back to the middle siding. Collect the SECR loco coal and move that into siding number 1. Last few years, Philip was from Skyrim. I mean, it's as plausible as the fact he was alive. Oh, that was the most power we've reached this evening. Yeah, I've updated my NCE power cab, so I've got a ampage reading on here. And when the loco stalled there and I had to push it, we reached 0.4 amps, which is genuinely the most I have seen it hit this evening. Back to shunting. We're going to now come forwards and come to track number 1 at 3. Look at me getting them wrong now. And I came up with it and wrote them on a thing in front of you so you know when I get it wrong. And from track 3 we are going to collect the South Park Quarry wagon. And we are going to put it into track 2. We can then bring our 2 wagons back into track 3. And collect the open D. And head back to track number 1. Just notice you have chain couplings, very delicate and nice. Yes, I, for some reason years ago, decided the looks were much more important than the ability to use them. And so started swapping everything out for scale couplings. And they do look fantastic. Obviously at times they are a pain to use. But having practiced lots, I'm generally okay at it most of the time. It helps having a good shunting pole with a torch on it. And there we go, we can return this back to any old siding. See, I said most of the time. And then we can return Leadenhall back to the coal stage. Because we have completed another shunt. We're good at this, between us all. And obviously we must celebrate that completed shunt with some hydration. Reward ourselves. Any volunteers for a go now? So the rules to the Inglenook are reasonably simple. You need to make the pattern that you can see down here below the track plan. The track plan tells you what can fit everywhere. So you need to make up the train that appears at the bottom in track 1, obviously, because it's the only place 5 wagons fit. I randomise that with my randomiser. I actually need to make some proper wagon cards at some point. And all you have to do is tell me what to shunt and where. And as long as the move you direct me to do meets with the rules shown here, so low column 3, 5, 3 and 3, I will shunt that move. In the meantime, let's make up our new, not all of them, our new solution, which starts with a Stevenson Clark, and then the Eastbourne Model Shop, and then the Open A, then the South Park Quarry wagon, and finally at the front, the SECR Loco Cold, meaning my SECR van can go invisible, and my Open D can go invisible. And the RC Barefoot wagon can stay invisible. So there is our solution. Go on, someone give it a go. We've got over an hour and a half left. Don't want to just watch me do it all night. That'll be boring. So I sit here drinking and shunting and shunting and drinking. And it really doesn't matter if you mess up and can't do it. Hydration's still important though. No volunteers again. So I'd love to do another one, but I'm not feeling great. I think my Christmas leftovers disagreed with me. Well, that's not good. I do not approve of things disagreeing with you. Rather bad at shunting, as we've seen, but if nobody else will volunteer. See, I don't think it matters if you're bad at it, Killian. It's all about having fun, not whether you're successful or not. Alright, I might have a go then. Excellent, Killian. Go on. Have a go and be brilliant. Or don't. Your choice. But I'll be honest, you've not got the easiest of starts here. But if you get over that, you'll do great. Right, can we take Eastbourne? Put him on the front line, please. We can indeed. If I remember to change the points. There we go. Get rid of the SCR van is going to be our trouble. So, I mean, ideally, if you move the rear free here as a block, all you need is somewhere to dump it. Just saying. All right, let's go to the back line. Let's do it. Here we are at the back line. Literally the thickness of brass away from coupling up. You hope myself start doing good evening. Everyone have bought today to those in the UK. Thank you, Anthony, for being here. It has been great having you. I hope you enjoyed. It has been great seeing you. Please do enjoy your dinner, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye for now. To pick up the first three, we can pick up the first three if you would like. Yes. And where would you like this first three? Loco Coal and SC on the middle row. We can indeed. And let's grab this coupling and couple it to the one here. So that we can drag it back out when we are ready to do that. Whilst we're stopped, we'll uncouple that one. Which will fall off because of buffer lock. Although the bot says hydration is important. Hydration is important, everyone. Now, I think we'll take the LBSCR and go to the front line. We'll pick up the Eastbourne wagon. Okay. Now, might we go to the back line, please? We can indeed. Where we can buffer lock again. I guess the open D is the next one I need to get out of rotation. Actually, good idea, yes. Okay. Continue with your good ideas then, Killian. I'm going to couple this up so I can drag it out. Because it doesn't need to be that far. I was going to say, put the SCR van on the front row. I can do that. I can't see my ideas will be good ones. Helps if you press the button the right way. I do that all the time though. Yeah, you can have short circuit if you keep being derailed like that. Rather annoying of you, wagon. Please don't do it. Goodness, this isn't easy. No, no. I never promised it would be easy. It went very askew, but it is fixed now. So I say, I need to get that one out of rotation and replaced with something that doesn't buffer lock. All in good time. Now take Eastbourne and LBSCR to the back row. Now, before we do that, Killian, if you take this one, and this one to the back row, that gives you access to the Stevenson Clark wagon. Just saying. Because then you can get that coupled to the engine and move stuff around with it coupled to the engine. Good idea, please do that. We're going to buffer lock again. See, this is why Sam's Trains is right. We need manufacturers to be releasing stuff with sprung buffers. Then we don't get all this buffer lock. So too light for sprung buffers to be useful. I mean, it depends on how strong your springing is. But yes, there's an argument that sprung buffers aren't particularly useful. I've worked out what you want to do. Right, I come in and Gary's confidence and Trains. What is the world coming to? Good evening, Andy. How are you? How was your family trip out? Might we go to the front line and pick up the SECR van? We can indeed. I think what you want to do is get something in this space here behind these two. So since you're struggling with it, I would collect these two and then pick up, say, the open D and bring them all back here. Meaning you've got 3 wagons in this siding and the Stevenson Clark at the end. That is what I would do. Yeah, you come into a... Well, I blame the hydration, Andy. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Apologise, I'm very poor at shunting. There's no need to apologise. It's all about the fun. There's no motor skating because Sunset's popular in this. So family trip was wait in line for tests. Oh, fun. Fun times. I hope you're all okay and nothing too serious. Yeah, as I say, Killian, this didn't have a particularly easy start, this one. But getting over that is the big hurdle. No, it doesn't like me at all now, does it? Even when I push it by hand. Indeed, it was only a matter of time. Ready for the next command, Killian. Let's go back to the back row, pick up the two there. Let's do that indeed. There we go. But as I said earlier, Andy, at least we've got our trains to play with if we all have to be isolating, eh? Better off than those that don't have anything. No wonder we might take them to the middle line and couple up to the Stevenson Clark. Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea to me. I believe we'll return to the back line and uncouple Stevenson Clark. Let's do that. There we are. That is done. I am back again. Welcome back, Lewis. Good to have you with us again. Oh, look, there's a link to my Instagram. Do people want to see my Instagram? But no one looks at my Instagram. I haven't even posted pictures of my Christmas presents to it. Turn the middle and uncouple the loco coal, please. We can indeed do that. Loving watching this. Thank you, Christopher. It is good to know you are entertained. Now take Eastbourne and put it in the back line. That is a good plan. A very good plan indeed. Again, if no one else volunteers, it's always good to know there are other people to do it. Although a bit slower on the commands if you do it again, because yeah, I really struggled to keep up with you earlier. And I've had a pint and a half since then. Now let's head to the front line and take the first two, please. Okay. Okay, so good evening and Merry Christmas, everyone. Good evening, Thomas Lewis. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have had a good Christmas and you are well. We'll take those two to the back row. Let's do it. See, you've got this down, Killian. You needed help with that first one, but other than that, you've done a fantastic job, haven't you? You can't say you're not good at this, because you really are. We've not missed too much, only an hour and 45 minutes, right? Well, the good news is that, you know, when we're doing this, you haven't really missed anything, because we're not, well, you know, we're just having some fun doing some shunting. Uncouple the Open 8 and return the SCR van from whence it came. Gonna need to put that coupling a bit tighter to get it off. There we are. Why have I uncoupled that there? That's just silly. What do you mean it's because I've had a pint and a half since then? Adequately satisfactory. I rely on breathing room in a yard. It's fair. I think you've done quite well. So you had a hard start. And there's plenty of people it would have taken a lot to work that out. So there we go. We've got the SCR van back to whence it came. So we await your command, good sir. Leaving the van where it is, then we go to the middle line, pick up the first two. That sounds like a great idea. Make sure it's fired as far as it possibly can, eh? No, like, still can't get through the frog. Let's give it lots of speed to slide through. No, it didn't work. Or maybe it did work. There we go. We'll push that one back a bit. Got those first two now. Final move, depositing the 2 wagons on the back row. And there we go, see Killian, you've done it. Fantastic shunting moves. So, we have now passed that wonderful 10:30 mark where I ask you all what you are up to this evening. So please, do tell. Because I do like to hear what it is you are all up to. Whilst I stream for you all as your background noise. And there we are, and we will put Leadenhall back next to the coal stage. So it can refuel before shunting again. Well done, Killian. Allow us to celebrate with some hydration. You did a fantastic job there. Lounging about, pretending I can shunt whilst trying to fix a trafficator. I thought your trafficators worked. I remember you showing one off in a video. Or is it just the one that works? Watching some fantastic shunting and leafing through my new book on the Loughswilly Railway in Ireland. Ew, very nice. It's that time again, folks, where I ask for volunteers to come and do the shunting. I was caddying, but gave that up. I'm now crafting a mine. Wahey! I spent a good chunk of yesterday crafting a mine with my niece, and it was great. Restarted 19th century B&O wooden boxcar build I started last summer. That sounds like an interesting build. I'd love to see some pictures of that on Discord, Andy. I do have a bit of a soft spot for the B&O, especially in its earlier years. Me, if no one else wants to. Well, say, if no one else does volunteer, Christopher, you are more than welcome. Been blowing through lots of chocolate and messing around on Google SketchUp. Sounds like a great way to spend Christmas, not gonna lie. Putting coats of dark grey paint on brake vans and wagons also sounds like a great way to be spending Christmas. There we are. I have an order, so let me get it up on the screen. We're going to start with the RC Bareford wagon. And then the SECR van. There you go. Andy wants to go. Excellent, Andy. Great to have more volunteers. You'll have to wait, Christopher. And then it's... No, not all of them. And then it's the Eastbourne Model Shop van. Followed by the SECR Loco Coal. And finally, no, not all of them. Not all of them. Why does it keep wanting to select all of them? The SECR. But no, the South Park Quarry wagon. I do know words. Then we'll make the other ones disappear. Now I want to move all of them, Streamlabs. There we are. There is the order we are going for. So I am ready when you are, Andy. And I'll remind you all that hydration is important whilst we wait. Couple Terry's logo toll on track 1. Take it to track 2. Here we go. Andy, you do. One class has gone VR. I would assume mine best not to go O then. Why not, Christopher? If you want to go O, you go O. Sorry about disappearing. Had to attend to important cake-related matters. They sound very important. We must always make time for cake-related matters. It's okay. I dealt with all the trolls that turned up whilst you weren't here. Oh, I'd love to tell you I'm joking about that, but I'm actually not. There we go. Now we're coupled to that so we can drag it back out if need be. SCR beats you saying about cake. Where? Ah, yes. Well, if you want to do SECR, double O is the way forwards. There's just so much available. Return Terrier to track 1. Take the first car to track 2 again. Okay. Yeah, if I were doing any, if I were starting again and planning to do something SECR, I would definitely go for double O. We're just taking the first one, aren't we? Yes. Although, so no, if you only want a shunting plank, you can get an SECR Terrier in O gauge. I mean, whether it's available or not is another matter. Carla, more buffer lock. And then I just push it off the track anyway. Aren't I good? Hopefully that's a whole fire then. Okay. Uncouple and go to track 3. We have gone to track 3. I assume we're here to couple up to something, so I will. Coupled both cars on track 3, take them to track 1. Off we go. That one so does need having stopped, but now you have me thinking. Right, here we are on track 1. Hydration is important, everyone. Couple to the open A and take that to track 3. Okay, we have made it to track 3. Turn track 1 after you uncouple the train. The whole train? Okay. Stop, just the open A stays there. Right. That's what I was expecting. Was just the open A staying behind. That's okay, Andy. So I always try and work out what people are doing. But I find it to be more fun when they say something I'm not expecting. Uncouple all cars on track 1. Let's couple these two up first so I can drag them back out if necessary. All cars are uncoupled. Go to track 2, couple all cars, take the LBSCR to track 3. Hornby Kit Kat van I bought from a highly reputable model shop is now black. You've painted a Kit Kat van? That's almost sacrilegious. I've got a Kit Kat van around somewhere. I've had it since I was a kid. Couple these two up and uncouple this one. We'll turn the other two to track 2 and uncouple. Okay. Isn't it great how that point's just working now and it's not stalling on it anymore? That will obviously change now that I've said that, but isn't it nice while it lasts? Go to track 1 and couple to the first 3 cars. Oh, let's not bring it a little bit further forward than that. It's the SPQ wagon, the previously unpainted printed one. No, the SPQ wagon is a gift from Linny. I've got a whole rake of them. Let's get the camera on frame to make it look better. Good plan. Go to track 2, uncouple the hobby shop van. Okay. The previously unpainted printed one is this one, Killian, which is currently sat aside, waiting for me to paint the detail bits black and do the transfers on it. With transfers designed and printed by Mr. Corpse. Well, hey, there we go. This was a very nice present, and I was, yeah, when I found out about it, I was very, very happy with it. It's yeah, and that'd be Lily's design as well then. Lily's good at stuff like that. Oops. We'll turn to track 1, couple to the Stevenson Clark wagon. Off we go. Lily's a wagon and carriage nerd, that they are. They are indeed magnificent at stuff like that. To be honest, Linny is magnificent at most things. Don't tell them though. Now we're going to push it back a bit. I should have dragged it forward more. There we go, I can get in behind the van now. Take train to track 3, uncouple Stevenson Clark. If I enjoyed the live stream, thank you so much for an amazing live stream, Gary. That's quite all right, Lewis. I'm glad you have enjoyed it. Well, when I did my poll a few weeks ago, this is the thing that, like, everyone didn't vote for. So I'm glad so many people have turned up to see it. Return to track 1 and uncouple. Okay. Don't slip and push the thing too far. So about that, as I'd fallen asleep in my seat. Not from the stream, just haven't napped today. Well, that's disgraceful, Linny. You should always get your naps in. Go to track 2, grab the Eastbourne model van. See, I knew it would stop working now that I'd said how good it was. Take the van to track 1 and uncouple. May have to call it a night. That's fair enough, Lenny. if you are falling asleep, it's probably a good idea to call it a night. Good night, Lily. Thank you for coming. Sleep well and all that other jazz. There. Let's push it back a bit before we uncouple. Turn to track 2, couple to all cars. Turn to track 1, couple up to the train. There we are. One more completed shunting puzzle. And we shall return Leadenhall to the coal stage. And that was very well done, Andy. You definitely threw in some moves I wasn't expecting there. But I'll have to open another can to be able to celebrate with some hydration. Yeah, I just want to step in for Lenny for the last bit of live stream. No, it's absolutely fine. Although they've been quite persistent, they've been easy enough to deal with. It's a puzzling name for the troll. I thought that the point was that they were close. You make a good point, Paderborn. A very good point indeed. So yes, celebrate with some hydration, everyone. To Andy's work. Look at that, 20 past 11 already. So, do we have any other volunteers? Do you want to go, Lewis? We've probably got time for 2 or 3 more. Yes, I will give it a go. Excellent. I will shake up the randomizer and get us the solution we are looking for. There we go. We have all 5. Right then. So we're going to start with the SECR Loco Coal. And then the Eastbourne Model Shop van. The Brighton Open D. The Stevenson Clark van, wagon. And finally, the South Park Quarry wagon. If it wants to let me select it and move it. There we go. So then we want to turn our other ones invisible. And move the whole lot down. Right then, there we are, Lewis. There is the order you need to attempt to give us. So you can see from the track plan map what you can and can't do. I await your first command. And in the meantime, you know, hydration is important. Go on, Lewis, what do we want to do? Uncouple the 3 wagons on track 3 and put them in track 2. Do you mean on track 1? This is track 1 at the back here. It seems to me likely that that's what you mean. Yes, track 1 is what I meant. Sorry about that. That's alright. No need to apologise. It's a mistake plenty of people make. So many, in fact, that it's probably my mistake for labelling them that way round. Darn buffer lock. I mean, I know that that curve's a bit too tight, so that's sort of my own fault. Buffer lock again. Luckily, the track being dead saved us from it. Okay, that is 3 wagons on track 3 in track 2. Ready for your next command. Anything, Lewis? If you change your mind and don't want to do it, that's fine. I know Christopher's dying for another turn. Uncouple the 1 wagon from track 2 and couple up to the... Uncouple the 1 wagon from track 2 and couple up to the 2 of 3 wagons in track 3. So you want me to leave 2 wagons in track 2? I think I understand. It would be better if you used the names of the wagons. If you could. God, it's not that big a dead spot. I'll let Christopher take over this one. Okay. If that's what you want to do, that is fine. Christopher, you are in charge. It's not a problem at all, Lewis. Not everyone wants to do it. Some people have just been bullied into it because I said so. We shall hydrate and wait for Christopher. Let him get his bearings because we're in an illegal position at the moment. There's another wagon behind here, which is the RC Barefoot one. Uncouple from SC, move to the head shunt. Okay. Uncouple the correct end and move to the head shunt. Don't mind having a little go. So it's fine. Little or large, you can have whatever go you feel you want. Right, got a start. Excellent. Please move track to cover both SCR and the shop van, please. Okay. Bath lock. Bath lock. I need to do something about bath lock. Okay, we are coupled up to all the wagons in track 2. You know what, Lewis, you're right. Actually, I do have some buffer lock again there. Always seems to be against the loco. Maybe it's the loco that's the problem rather than the wagons. I usually shunt with the Ruston, which has significantly bigger buffers than this. Move to track 1, couple to the Southeastern and Chatham van. Okay, let's go. There's that buffer lock again. Uncouple SCR local coal wagon and move to track 2. So I'm moving with just the South Park Quarry wagon then, if I'm reading that properly. Uncouple from SPQ wagon. There we go. See, I did know. bit further. Right, that is that uncoupled. Uncoupled South Park Quarry, move to track 1, coupling to the SECR loco coal wagon. Let's go. We are coupled up. Uncouple the RC Barefoot wagon. Okay. Move track 2, uncouple the SECR van there, please. Alright, let's go. Let's couple it up to that. And also knock that coupling off whilst we're at it and push it back into the side in a bit. And there we are. Put a bit more than that so we can pass it. There we go. Back to track 1. And couple up to the RC Barefoot wagon. It's much easier to couple when you can see your coupling. There we go. Then back to track 2 and uncouple the RC Barefoot one there. Okay. Move back to track 1, uncouple the shop wagon. Right, let's go. Shop wagon uncoupled. Track 3 coupled to Stevenson Clark and LBSC. There we go. Uncouple LCSC wagon rear, move to track 1, coupling to the shop van. There we go, we have all those coupled. Bit of a different one. Bit of a difficult one from the starting locations, this one. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one. I mean, obviously the most awkward thing is the fact that you've got this here when you want it here. Uncouple SC from LBSC, move to track 3. Well, see, you know what you're doing, and I have no doubt you know what you're doing. At 1:45, we're nearly there. The shunting puzzle is nearly there as well, actually. I reckon you've got 6 or 7 moves left and it can be done. Coupled to the LBSCR line shop van for moving back to track. Uncouple SCR local wagon and move back to track 1, then couple to the LBSCR wagon shop van for moving back to track 3 and couple with the SCR loco goal wagon. Oh look, there's some buffer lock. We've knocked the wagon off. Uncouple from the Stevenson Clark wagon, move to track 1 and uncouple locomotive from wagons. And then buffer lock and knock off the open D. Move track 2, couple to all 3 wagons there. Yeah, am I reading that in the right order? I bet I'm not, am I? See, this is the problem when you send loads. I am. That's okay then. No, I didn't actually want to change direction. I just wanted to fire the points, which have fired all the way. There we go. Move to track 3, couple to Stevenson Clark, uncouple from South Park Quarry, and move back to track 2. Then uncouple locomotive from wagons, move to track 3. Oh, what are you doing now, bot? Don't delete messages I want. Because I know what that means. You're not nice when you do stuff like that, are you? Blooming useless bot. Attacking people that don't need attacking and leaving the spammers alone. Couple to SPQ and SC, uncouple the LBSC wagon, move to track 1, couple up, shunt will be done. Indeed it will. It's trying to break on the instructions as well. I mean, it did break them up, it got the bot to break them up. At least it didn't ban you this time, because the bot has banned you before when I had to go and unban you. And yes, there we are. As Christopher says, shunt done. There we go. Can't uncouple that one if it's too loose. And it had the desired effect. It did indeed. And let's celebrate with some hydration. At 23:53. We are very close to the end now. We have 7 minutes of live stream left. I think this will be pushing it even for me to work out a solution. Which, of course, just makes it more fun and means I have to try. So we've got the Open A. The Model Shop Wagon. The RC Barefoot Wagon. The SECR Van. And the South Park Quarry Wagon. And the other 3 want to go invisible. And the whole lot wants to drop down there. Okay. So. This is not going to be an easy task. especially if that gets stuck there like that. Let's start by moving this one off. And dumping it up here. We will then collect the open A. We'll bring that back. To collect the next two wagons from in here. Where we will have some buffer lock and pull the wagon off the track. So this is the advantage tension locks have over scale couplings. You don't get buffer lock. We will then leave all of those there. Travel back and collect the last two out of this siding. Remember to change direction. And take the open A. Which we will leave here. Return the loco coal wagon back to the front here. And then drop off the model shop van at the back. We shall then head to the middle row. Oh no, you're not coupled up. Collect the first two wagons. Speed shunting indeed. Drop off the RC Barefoot there. Head back to the middle siding again. Not fail at coupling up to the van. And as it passes midnight, we shall push back and have our 5 wagons done. How's that, ladies and gentlemen? hydration is extremely important, and I think I deserve it after that. 7 minutes to pull a solution, put it on the screen, and shunt it. Didn't think I was going to make that. So glad I did. So yes, it is midnight. That is our Christmas special shunt over and done with. Next weekend we will be having our New Year's special, where we're going to play some computer games. We are going to play Railroads Online. We are going to have a voice chat from Discord running, so you can talk on the stream and be here. Especially if you are playing, please. That's the idea. So yeah, if you want to grab Railroads Online in the meantime and familiarise yourself with the controls, go ahead and do so. I will be playing a lot of it over the coming week before next weekend's live stream, which will not be called Let's Build. It will be our first live stream not called Let's Build Live. It will be called Gary Does Gaming, because of course it will be called Gary Does Gaming. In the meantime, you know, I've had a fantastic time this evening. That's nothing to do with the 3 pints of old speckled hen I've put away at all. I'm looking to get in it if you like. Go for it. So there is a world already that me and Linny play on regularly, and we will be playing on that world. We have been playing with it earlier today, in fact. And I will be playing it again in the morning. But yes, as for right now, I've had a fantastic time. I hope you have too. I am really looking forward to seeing you all for the gaming live stream next week and seeing who comes to join us. We play Railroads Online. But in the meantime, yes, thank you for watching. I've been Gary, this has been Let's Build, and you've been awesome as always. Good night. Oh yeah, that's not plugged in, is it? Well done. So, yeah, good night.